Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Rush Racing Division 6 stream. I am your host, Dynasty Sparrow, and I'm with someone fairly new to commentating. He did it with me a couple times in F2 last season, uh, in Vettel. How are you going, Vettel?
I'm doing good. Yourself, Dynasty?
I'm doing very good, mate. Looking forward to this race in Vegas. All
Yes.
proudly sponsored by AO369. Get on board with them. There'll be a Discord link as well going out throughout the evening. So get involved and yeah, just enjoy the night. But we're looking to do a full qualifying here. We've had some big accidents this weekend, so I'm hoping this division can keep it clean and tidy for the race. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. Seems to be dry out for Q1, which is good to always see.
Yeah, it certainly is. And as we see, we've got a full grid. So there is some reserves in. So one of the new guys is Coupon Sticks. He is filling in for Ski tonight. Drew Zilla, he's also one of the reserves. Milano Gaming, he is also a reserve as well. And you also have Butterfly, who's actually unfortunately left Williams on a mutual agreement, and he's now reserving in the V Carb. So there's a couple of changes already going on within the grid. So we're going to see
And
how this
there's
goes. We've
a
got
few cars on lap.
a few cars coming out on winters, wets and inters. So
Inters.
they have to make sure they do not set the lap. Obviously, Datura has a quali ban, so that is Iraq Lobster from last week. Unfortunately, doing a naughty during the qualifying, but hopefully they just are setting their setup right and then coming in and retiring the car. If they do set a lap, they will be in bigger trouble. So we'll just wait and see. There's a couple of people coming out on out laps, some on mediums, some on softs, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting, Vettel.
It is. There's David, Iraq Lobster on Inters. Most of them are on softs and mediums. As you said, they better not start a lap. Yep, do a lap, but this is gonna be good qualifying.
Yeah, it certainly is. So we've got obviously the full 17 minutes of the first quali, and then I think it's a 14-minute second quali, and then a fast 10-minute or 11-minute shootout for the
Something like
last
that.
session. But we have
Yeah.
seen the tow a couple times here throughout the weekend, and it has worked for a couple of teams. So it's looking like both Kick Saubers are going to do it down at China and Thunder Killer. I think China's also new to Kick Sauber, I believe, this week, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll just get, I
I
believe there
believe
was
so, yeah.
one more reserve that I've actually left out, or someone who's actually signed for another team. I believe it's Sick Party who's actually signed with the Williams now.
That's very good for him, as my race yesterday, he was reserving, and he did very well. So
Yeah,
he'll do very well this season, as some drivers are starting their laps now.
so Iraq Lobster has went back in the pits, so I would say that's a retirement inbound. As you said, some of them are starting the laps, so both Kick Saubers are on their laps.
They'd be doing the tow.
And yep, we've just heard China is now full-time with Kick, so that's brilliant to hear as well. He is also a rapid driver. We did see him during pre-season and the main races, as we did see. Iraq has retired. Good one. And that was our only carryover penalty from last week. So everyone did a fantastic job. As we go on board with the other
Yes.
Kick Sauber, see if he's invalidated. He hasn't.
Yeah, this division has improved massively from preseason being not so good to them barely getting any verdicts out. Very good for them.
Yeah, it's been it was touch and go during pre-season. Unfortunately, a lot of quali bands would have been handed out if it was a main race, but that got fixed up and people started to get out the way of each other and actually realise that there's more than one person on track. So I'm hoping that we don't see that tonight. Its track is a pretty wide track as we see Bulldogs at the fastest time of the day with a 1:34, which China's looking likely to beat it coming around the last couple of corners. He'll be in the low 132s. I would say he's in 132.8, so actually the high 132s. But that now is the time to beat. The next one would be one of the Hasses in. Actually, sorry, it is J-Man, but he's on his outlap. But Milano with, I believe it's one of the McLarens getting a huge toe. I wouldn't be surprised if this McLaren is going to put a pole. He doesn't. He goes
Chevy, no.
P2 with a 133.5. But Milano goes a 134.6 and Druzilla goes a 134.9. Sick Party goes a
Big party.
132.3.
Very good for him.
And you got both Mercs on a lap, so they'd be looking to give each other a toe. The Kick Saubers, one has restarted his lap, so getting the toe from his teammate, so we'll stay on board with Thunder Killer. But I wonder what the race is going to be like, if we're going to get rain or not, because we did see what
Um,
happened in Div 2, lap 2.
yeah,
Unfortunately, some people didn't take their time and 4 cars wide and
yeah.
someone's in the bin, so
That was the first red flag of the season, wasn't it?
it certainly was. Probably our first red
Yeah,
flag for quite some time.
hopefully, as this
Yep,
kicks out was
I'll...
getting a massive toe. That's
Can
really
you
good for them.
invite
Good teamwork.
Can you invite Dragon if you have him? And the Kick Sauber has invalidated the lap, so he'll be boxing. If you do not have him, I can quickly add him. That's fine.
Dragon. I can't find him. I'll do
That's
another
okay.
look.
That's okay. I'll quickly do it. That's fine. He's like pretty close on my friends list. I think it is that one.
I found it. He's just not online for me.
Yeah, that's right. We got him.
Yep.
Yep, we have sent him an invite, mate. It's all good. So hopefully he
Yep.
can get back into that car and if you can just actually invite him as well, Vettel, if you did.
There you go.
Oh, the money's in.
He's in.
Good, good. If you can't take control of your car, mate, just stay in the lobby. Make sure you have loaded your setup, though. I think it should still save.
Yeah, it should.
As we see, I believe the us is in none. So go on board with the new Merc reserve in Coupe. So this would be, I believe, his first appearance into Division 6. So he's in hot lap. He's got a lot of battery, but that little green bar there, he's probably burnt a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Same qualifying just yesterday. So that's seems to be a Mercedes tradition.
Yep. The strong tradition is getting the quick exit out of Q1 so far. So
Yeah,
as he
don't know
sets
what that is.
a 135.3, which puts him P12, but he did have a lot of battery left, so I wouldn't
I'll
be
get sick body.
surprised. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if he'll do another flyer later on in the night. Peanuts also set a 133.1 when we weren't on board with him. Chevy set a 133 flat nearly. Fader Menace set a 132.8. White Wolf won 132.828, but the time to beat is Edge with a 132.058. With J-Man and Sickman following pretty close by with a 132.2 and a 132.3.
That's good for them. Get on board with. Oh, Good job, Thunderballs. Get on board with David as he
Yeah,
gets
we certainly will.
sort of towed with Aston Martin. Oh no, that's a V carb. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting a good tow from the V-carb. Might be, it's not Butterfly, so it has to be White Wolf in front of him. He's looking to put a really good time here.
He
Coming around the
is.
last couple corners, if he still gets his tow from the V-carb, but the V-carb is actually boxing. Thunderballs goes quicker with a 131.9.
P5.
And yeah, that puts David P5 with a 132.7. So a good lap there by David, as we have
Oh,
Fish
fish
Lips.
lips in a wall.
Yep, so he's broken his right wing, so he would probably be coming in, I would say. I don't think he'd be staying out on the... Yep, with damaged wing, so
Nice
he's
box.
coming in to fix that wing and go again. Dragon's on an outlap, Pool
Dragons
and Hell, and
starting his lap.
Butterfly. So we'll stay on board with Dragon, and then we'll jump down to Pool and Hell, then we'll jump down to Butterfly. Sick Putty has joined back, so that's good to see. If he cannot take control of his car, get him to stay in.
Yep. Okay. I'll tell him now.
As if he does get through to Q2, he'll then have control of that vehicle. So it's going to be interesting because Iraq Lobster, who is one of the quickest drivers on the grid, has got that quali band, so he'll be starting all the way down in P20. So he'll have to make up so much time throughout the race and see if he can just gain the spots, which is it's not so hard to do, but I think it's just more of you have to take your time and just place your car in correct positions, especially down this
Yeah.
back straight, because this back straight is like super wide. So this is where you should be making all of your moves. Hopefully we don't see a lot of turn one carnage, which we have seen this season. As I said, in multiple other divisions, there's been multiple crashes. So hopefully tonight we see everyone get around cleanly and we do not see either a yellow flag, a VSC, or a safety car early.
Yeah.
As Dragon gets a little
Well,
bit wide, coming into the last
nice
sector, he's
Dragon.
got Paul and Hell right behind him. He says a 134, but Paul and Hell goes a
34.9.
132.9. Butterfly pulled right off, so he's only at the start of the lap. So that was weird because I thought he was right behind Paul and Hell for a second there. But he's gone purple sector 1. And this is probably the only time we'll see Butterfly with the battery, as high as it is. But let's hope he can hold that battery this race because he seems very quick. A
He
very quick
is.
driver. It's just unfortunately he does use that battery and leaves it on throughout the whole race.
And you've got Coop, who is on a lap, but going on none into turns. So that's interesting. Hopefully maybe he's bailing out, doing an had a snap.
Butterfly is running low on battery, but he is holding that last little bit of battery. Comes around the final couple corners, he gets it really good. So this will probably put him in the mid to low 132s, possibly in the 131s if he can speed up a little bit more. It'll put him in the
Come on, Butterfly.
132s, and it'll be low 132 with a
Fifth.
132.4. That's a really good time on those medium tyres. As we see, there is
Yeah.
yellow sector 3, so I'd say that is the Aston Martin that's run out of... No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He's just slowed down and just holding out because it shows that he's still fine. He's just half throttle. Unless that is...
So, Coupon Sticks is out of fuel, and
So
he,
that's... Yep, so that's who it was, who's low on fuel. So he'll be
yeah,
potentially coming in.
going back
Yep.
out straight away.
Yep, he's coming in. And Fish Lips with the kick Sauber of Thunder Killer, who is on a lap, is right behind him. but I don't know if they're both on laps, so this is going to be very
Ooh.
interesting. Both on the same time as well, so they haven't really lost time, but they are. Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
unfortunately they're both on laps, so it is really up to the following driver to keep that space. So that is not an impeding penalty, but it'll give him a big tow. So I hope maybe getting him out of that drop zone.
Was it worth
It'll
it?
be a 133, a 133 free.
Ooh.
And Fish Lips just goes
Was
just in front of him with a 133 2.
the question is that was that worth it? And Bulldog, don't know if he's on a lap because he's got 60 battery.
He is. And he's improving, but he's got a lot of battery still. But that green line was running out, but he did improve with a 133.5, so that's a good time for a Bulldog. So he's currently a second clear of Milano, Dragon, Drewzilla, and Coop, who will be probably coming out for another run soon, I would say. Just try and improve that time. So we'll go on board. We'll go on board with White Wolf. He is on a lap and he's improving heavily. This is probably going to be looking at the 131s by the end of this lap, if he can get this last sector correct. He's got a lot of battery. Again, that green line is hovering toward obviously the later stage. So you don't want to get it to deploy use as David retires in the pits. So he believes his time is safe.
White Wolf.
And White Wolf goes
Ooh.
P2 with a 132.0.
That's
So that is an
very good
early
from you.
retirement for David, as someone else puts it. China puts it
China.
132.032. So this grid is getting really close here between that top four. We'll go on board. We'll go on board with the Chevy Wolves. He's getting a tow by his teammate in Thunderbolts. He is low on fuel, but this should improve his time dramatically. So this will possibly put him above David. So David's getting lower and lower every time. So was that the right call to retire this early from Q1 as Thunderbolts gets out the way of Chevy Wolves? Chevy Wolves gets the last corners correct. Is deploy use. So this is where a lot of people went wrong and lose a lot of time in that little sector alone. He does improve up to P11. I think it
Ooh.
was improved.
Yeah, improved by a few tenths.
Yeah, so that when you reach that
But he's
deploy
out of
use,
fuel.
you lose a lot of time. Unfortunately, as I believe I did see you do it yesterday.
Okay.
As Dragon is on medium, but he's flashing, so that would be the end of his quali because you cannot get out and around within a minute to go. So he is out. Drewzilla is also out. He's in the pit still. Bulldog is hanging by
Coops
a
starting
thread.
his lap.
So Coop and Milano are the only two that can push Bulldog out,
Come on,
as
Coop.
obviously Iraq Lobster has retired, which is a good
Oh,
thing.
Bulldog.
And Bulldog, yep, has retired, so he is out, and that was in the pits, I believe.
Yes.
I don't think that's him on
Ooh.
track.
Come on, Stick. Come on, Coop. Went a bit wide through turn 2.
So Milano isn't up on his time, but it might be sector 2 where he can improve. All he needs to do, or he needs to improve by about 1.1, 1.15 to get through. So we're heading into the end of sector 2 and almost the start of sector 3. Coming down the long straight, he's got 15% battery, 14%. So that green bar will start to fade away very, very quick, but he's still hovering at that mark, which is the safe zone for the battery. You just do not want to get to that deploy use stage, because as soon as you do that, it is a game, set, and match. So he's still hovering at that low mark. So him and Coop on sticks are the only two that can push Bulldog and possibly Thunderkiller out of this qualifying. Milano does look like he's improving, but will it be enough? A 133, a 134, 6. He does improve, but not enough. Does Coop improve? He's
Coop.
improving.
Deploy used.
He's on deploy used, and that would be a 134,
Oh,
8. So not enough, but he did improve, which
18.
is a good thing. So the ones who hanged on were Thunderballs in P1, China P2, White Wolf in P3, Edge in P4, J-Man, Diego in P5, Sick Party P6, Paul and Hell P7, Butterfly P8, Peanut in P9, David P10, Chevy Wolves P11, Faded Menace P12, Fish Lips P13, Thunder Killer, and a Bulldog coming in at P15. The ones who eliminated are Dragon, Milano, Coupon Sticks, Drewzilla Killer, and obviously Iraq Lobster, aka Tatura, with that qualifying ban. So we'll see if
That
we
was a
can
very good qualifying.
get these guys into the comms box for a qualifying exit interview. If you cannot join, that's fine. But it looks
So,
like
Dynasty,
another
what was your
dry
thoughts?
session.
What was your thoughts on that qualifying?
Pretty good. That top 4 or 5 were split by a hair.
A tenth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going
So
to
it's
be
gonna be a
very
good battle for the front.
exactly. But the likes of you've still got a couple of teams in here. So you've got 2 Visa Cash Ups, 2 Williams, 2 McLarens, 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls. So there's still a possibility of getting a tow, which is very helpful on this track especially. As we see, one of the McLarens have come out, but we do have one of our eliminated Q1 exits in Dragon. Welcome to the comms box, mate. First question, mate. Did you pick the right setup this time?
I did, thankfully, but did not seem to help me.
Oh, it's not too bad starting at the back. P16, it's not a bad spot to be. You are probably around the corner a little bit, but like I always say, just try and keep it clean, keep it tidy. There's always has been a crash in turn 1 or sector 1. So all I ask is keep it clean, keep it tidy, and you should do good. But what position are you trying to aim for tonight? Are you aiming for maybe a top 10 or higher tonight, or just going to see how it
Um,
goes?
if I can gain any positions tonight, I'll be pretty happy. So,
Good call. All you need is, I think, because you finished P16, so you just need one position to get that point, which is always handy because every point does count. Can you just add Milano back, Vettel?
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
But yeah, as I said, look, hopefully you do good in the race. Keep it clean, keep it tidy, and you should be alright. And yeah, just aim for points. That's all every TP asks for. But yeah, I'll see if Vettel has any questions for you, mate.
yes.
Dragon. So, I saw you had some connection issues at the start of Q1, but so if you're getting blamed, put that as an excuse. But not to worry. Me and Dynasty have both got knocked out Q1 this track, so it's there's no stress. One Dynasty scored points. I scored very little points, but head up high. It's pretty easy to overtake on this track. And good luck, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep, good luck, Dragon. Alright, so we are into
I
Q2.
I can't find Milano.
That's okay, I'll get him back in a second. I see Drewzilla Killer is in the other comms box. If he's listening, can you please jump up one more voice chat? That would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, I'll take it.
Other than that, I will try to get Milano in now. Oh, telemetry, my bad, guys. Oh. And thank you, Marzi, and thank you, Rush Racing, for the gift subs to everyone. So we've got Banana 590 receiving one. We've got Martellian receiving one. We've got Sammy the Slammer, Syndicus 24, CSW Racing 69, Big Ash, and MJ Roller all receiving a sub. We do appreciate the support here, as we have Coupon Sticks is our next one to join us in the comms box. How'd your qualifying go, mate? So this is probably your first time on the Div 6 grid. how are you feeling? Did you enjoy Q1? Did you have any moments on track that you could improve on, or what was the reason for the Q1 exit?
I was fine, yeah, no, confident in everything. Reason why Q1 exit, my setup was a little like slippery. So on the corners I was sliding out and stuff, so I couldn't get a good exit on the corners. That's something I need to improve on with my exit cornering.
You know, that's a fair call. As you did here, myself and Vettel did exit Q1 as well on this track, so there is no need to worry. There's always a chance at points, and keeping it clean, keeping it tidy, keeping it out of trouble is your way of getting it. But I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you.
G'day, Coops. Yeah, as Dynasty said, both of us have exited Q1, so it's nothing to be worried about. This track is fairly easy to overtake. I've got no questions, to be honest. As I'm speaking on behalf of Dynasty, surely just bring the car home, get as many points as you can get, and good luck, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome, mate. Good luck.
Good luck.
And I believe that is everyone who is going to join. Subs just give you, I believe they give you no ads, if I'm not mistaken. Or they can give you no ads. It just basically helps out the stream, mate. But we were on a lap with White Wolf as well. He's completed in a 1:32.4, so these times are starting to ramp up. So J-Man now puts it fastest with 1:31.7. So we are going to see these times absolutely rattle in. Both Ferraris are giving it, well, the Fish Lips is giving Peanut a tow. Well, they're both pitting, actually. They're giving each other a tow into the pits. Both of them out of battery and out of the fuel, I would say. So we'll stay on board with Fader Menace. He will be boxing as well. Paul and Hell is finishing his lap. No, he's not. He's on none. So he might be starting a lap. So we might stay on board with him as long as he doesn't turn into that pits. Yep, we'll stay on board with Paul and Hell as he goes to set a time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who gets through here, Vettel. There's a lot of quick drivers, and you've still got
Yes.
Butterfly on those mediums, so he just set a 1:32.799 on those mediums. So wait to see what he sets with those softs, see if he can improve and maybe take out the podium spot for Q2.
Yeah, and then we've got Butterfly. He's on a lap. Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought.
Right.
He's burning a lot through the strip. That's from my past experience. That is not the go. You burn, but you don't burn that much.
Well, you still got a little bit of that green section. That if as soon as you get to the end of that and you go deploy use, you lose a lot of time. So this is the section where you can absolutely stuff it up if that runs out, which is almost there
He's
as
boxing.
he boxes. So we'll go back to Paul and Hell as he's finishing his lap. He is down on his time, of course. He ran a 1:37.8 with his first lap. He's gone to none though, for some reason. So maybe he didn't like that lap. He's just restarting, potentially. Next one would be Thunderballs, who is on a lap. So he'd be looking to put it in that top 5. He has been quick, and he got our driver of the day last week, I believe. He had a dominating race last week. Basically took first and never looked back, which is a good strategy. As I was right, Paul and Hell is going for another lap. He did run a faster time as well with a 1:35.4, so he'll try to go even quicker. As we see, Thunderballs goes P2 with
Thunderballs second.
1:31.8.
Oof.
White
So
Wolf
yeah,
is
it's
improving
looking
as well.
very sweaty.
Yeah, it is.
It's looking very close for Div 6. I think it's one of the closer tiers
Yep,
of divisions.
we see there is yellows, but I believe that is Thunderballs just moving over to the right-hand side, letting people pass on their laps, which he looks likely he's doing. White Wolf improves up to P3 with a 1:31.836, so we're getting closer and closer here. David is on a lap, so we'll stay on board with David. Oh no, we'll go on board with Paul and Hell because he should be halfway done his lap. and then we'll switch to David and see if he can improve as well. It's going to be interesting to see who gets eliminated here because a lot of these top 10 are very quick.
Yes,
So
as Paulinel gets a faster sector 2.
Will we get maybe a surprise exit here from one of the top 10?
Maybe.
One that we wouldn't expect to be out of the qualifying.
Edge is just coming for his
Out
coming
lap,
out of the
yep.
pits for his lap now.
Yeah, so a lot of them are coming out for outlaps, which would give them enough time to set another one after that, I would say. Paul and Hell comes around the last couple of corners. He is improving on his time, but by how much? This should be in the low 132s. It'll be a 132.7. It does improve right behind David. So we will go now on board with David, as he's doesn't look like he's improving. But that might just be my telemetry. As Milano has joined back, which is good to see. And he has as well used all of his battery, deploy use, so that will be decreasing his time a lot. So we'll go...
Does not improve.
Both of Thunderbolts and White Wolf are not on a lap, so they're coming in. So we'll go on board with Edge now. Edge will be looking to improve out of the 133.3s to potentially a 131. Maybe taking out the P1 spot here on his lap. But he needs to probably not use as much battery as he has so far. Because again, that green line does catch up to you pretty quickly. As everyone seems to be getting out the way of everyone during quali.
Yeah, and Edge is looking to be on a flyer of a lap. And he's just invalidated. I commentator jinxed it.
So he'll be coming in, I would say, off of his tyres that he's on now. Sorry about that, I just had to open up the garage for someone. Alright, as we are going to go on board with Butterfly. Butterfly is improving. Actually, I think Peanuts just started his lap, so we'll stay on board with Butterfly.
So how much battery do you want coming onto the strip?
I don't think it matters
Much
about
as
the
possible.
battery as much. I think it's more about that green bar, because if you run out of that green bar, that's where the problems lie, and that's where you lose a lot of time. So I'm on board with Butterfly. That green bar is starting to get really, really low. Now, as soon as that gets to deploy use, you will 100% be done for in this final little bit. And that's where a lot of people get it wrong. I believe I did get it wrong on my first shot at it. And that was probably one of the reasons why I was one of the first ones to exit qualifying. As Butterfly looks to improve, it'll be a low 132 with a 132.2. That'll put him P6. Edge is going for another lap, so this may be his last one. Don't know if that would be the right call though. Maybe he might not have another set of tyres. We'll go on board with Peanut because Peanut is finishing his lap. He is improving on his time. This will be in the low 132s again, a 132.6, so that will push Paul and Hell to the drop-off zone. We got one of the Williams on an out lap and then a Ferrari behind him of Fish Lips. Stay on board with Fish Lips here. So he's still got a lot of battery, but that green line is about to run out. Deploy used, and there you go. That will drop off the time a fair bit into the high 130, well, the low 133s. I was about to say high 132s. Go back on board of Edge. Edge is improving by almost a second.
Come
and
on,
he's
Edge.
almost at that deploy use stage as well. He's almost there. But he will improve into the 131s with a 131.914. We'll go on board with Fade and Menace now as he doesn't improve. But I don't know if he'll have enough time to get around again. He just needs to turn it off of Hot Lap and go to none. Unless he's trying to set a time, potentially.
Maybe, as Bulldog Nation is starting his lap. And Sick Party's middle of the strip. Trying to get a toe off Peanut. Peanut leaves him space.
Yeah, so Bulldog's starting his lap now as well. So Fader's turned it to none, so it looks like he's got enough battery to pull off that next lap. As we see, both
The
of the Red Bulls are going to try for the toe here. Try to get at least one of their cars into that top 10. Fish Lips is
Sick
on none,
parties
but he's
deploy use.
flashing. Peanut is starting his lap. Sick Party is deploy use, as you did say. He
Yeah.
did improve, but not as much.
So Bulldog's doing a one and done lap, I think. He's on 100% battery, but on hot lap.
Yeah, he certainly is. I didn't see if he's improving on his time. I believe he is. So he's got a lot of battery here to use, so that's a really good thing. But that, as I said, it's not always the battery that you have to worry about. It's that green line. That's the only worry that you would have. He's got a lot to burn down here, but he just has to hold a little bit for that final area. So we're going to see the Red Bulls trying to tow each other, I think. No, they're not. So one's actually backed off. But one is getting a tow from, I believe, Fader Menace in front. You've got a Ferrari on a lap. Who one of them
As
was nearly out
Bulldog
of fuel.
Nation
And
is
Bulldog's about to
finishing his
finish.
lap.
Yep. So he's got
Got enough green line.
battery and enough. This will be his final try. He'll get into the
No.
low 134s with 134.1. So that'll be our first exit. Fader Menace is on a lap. He's just invalidated. And Fish Lips is out of fuel, so that's him out as well. Paul and Hell is improving. David is potentially improving as well. That's good. Fader Menace did get out the way, which is good to see. Not sure if Edge is going for one more lap or if he's boxing, but he's safe.
So Paul and Hell coming down the strip. He's, I believe, improving. Because the bottom 13th, 14th, and 15th have been settled. They're all out of fuel.
Yep, so coming down to the final little bit. Paul and Hell's almost at that deploy use. Is almost there. He doesn't want to reach it. You do not want to reach it. He has, but he will improve to a 132.1, which will push Sick Party down and out into the drop zone. Will David get up?
Party,
He will
no.
not. And that will be
David's out.
the order.
Wow.
Sick Party will be one of the eliminated, which he was looking pretty quick. So
Yeah.
again, that deploy used is the killer here. As we
It
actually
is.
see both of the funders into Q3 for the first time in a
Yeah.
couple weeks. But Paul and Hell puts in a good lap, puts him up to P6, so he's in that Q3 sprint. So it's going to be interesting to see who will get pole here, because a lot of these times are really close. J-Man putting it
Yeah.
on top, but Thunderbolts, White Wolf, Edge, and Peanut very close by. So we're getting started off. People are already joining. Wow. All right, we'll go with Fish Lips first. I know we haven't finished. Well, we're still on the screen for Q2, but walk us through it, mate. How did your last run go? Where'd you go wrong? Did you obviously have a mistake, or did you just try to push without the fuel? What was the catalyst to the exit?
Took the last corner, mate.
Yep, that
It
happens
was
a lot.
purple, and then nearly hit the wall on the last, just pushing too hard. Should have just taken it easy and got the timing. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It happens, mate. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But you're not in a bad spot. P13, about mid-pack, so you're just around the corner, which is a good thing. So you can actually see the front of the grid, unlike me. But all I say is take it easy, take your time to turn one. It's not going to be one into lap one. It's lap two. No.
Yeah, I made that mistake last night. I won't be doing it again tonight.
But I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if you've got any questions for you, mate.
No worries.
I got no questions. It's just actually yes, I do. For that, you said on the second or last turn, you've been there. Was that just out of a mistake, or you actually
Yeah,
trying to improve
Late
a lot
break.
more?
Went in there too hot, just trying to wring too much out of the lap. Should have just played it
Yeah.
safe. I was well up.
We
Was
saw a
well
lot of
in.
people doing that.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. You're in. I'll be honest with you. You're in the graveyard part. The middle part's always the crashes. So keep it
Awesome.
clean. Keep it clean, and I think you'll be fine.
All right, thanks, mate.
No promises.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks, mate. All right, we will move on to our next one. We'll go with Sick Party. Are you there, mate?
Hello.
Welcome to the comms box, mate. Unfortunate to see you here, obviously, so early. I was expecting you to be in this top 10 shootout, but walk us through. So obviously, I think we caught your last run, and you went to deploy use, which is the main catalyst to anyone's unfortunate end to qualifying. But did you make a mistake anywhere on track, or was it just that run out of battery
Um,
situation?
it was sector 2. I was purple for a bit because first run I had like a really good sector 2 and luck, and that was like my banker basically. And my second run on fresh softs, I don't even know what happened. I was just really slow through there. It just sucked.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but as I said to everyone, it's not always a bad thing. Basically, starting toward the back. You're obviously going to be mid pack, so I think you finished in P11 in the end, I believe. So not a bad place, but as Vettel did say, unfortunately, yeah, from earlier races, it is pretty much the graveyard area. So all I can recommend is just take it easy, man. It's a long race. And yeah, sector 2 and 3 is pretty much where you can make all those moves and get it done correctly, and hopefully we can be talking to you again on the podium. But I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you.
G'day, sick party.
Yeah, g'day.
Um, I've got nothing. Just yeah, take it slow, take it clean. You'd be on the left side of the straight, I believe. So just take it easy. Nothing really else. All good. Just good luck, man.
Yeah, I'll probably need it. So,
Thank you.
yep.
Alright, that was Sick Buddy. Good luck to him, and we will move on to now, we'll go with Faded Menace next. So, are you there, mate?
Yeah, mate, how we going?
Good, mate. So obviously not the best quality, but you're still within, well, technically speaking, you're still within the points until you're not. What's your race strategy going in? Are you thinking of changing up a little, maybe starting on the hard tires and going longer, or are you just gonna go with the same strategy as everyone else, potentially starting on mediums, or are we gonna maybe see some rain? Do you know anything about that? What's your thoughts going into race now, starting from obviously the mid pack?
Well, obviously I'm a bit further back than what I'd like to be, but you know, mid pack's better than the back. I'm probably just gonna take the standard strategy and keep it cool for a couple of laps, and hopefully there's no carnage ensues. But if it does, I'll hopefully stay in the back of it and see if I can snake my way through sort of mid race, and yeah, see if we can get a top 10 at least.
Yeah, nah, that's a good goal to set. And then obviously anything up from there is a bonus, in my opinion. It's always a good thing. But yeah, I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Um, Fed Menace, you did very well. I think you just taken in the turns a bit differently from everyone else, and of course, you got the deploy use at the very end. As we've
Yeah,
seen with many other drivers and myself and Dynasty, it messes up your whole lap. You're losing maybe 7/10 a second, if that, as from what my lap was around that. But good luck. That's all I can really say. And yeah, just keep it clean on lap 1. It's graveyard.
yeah, awesome, man. Cheers.
You're welcome, mate. Good luck. All right, that
Cheers.
was Faded Menace. So now we'll move over to Bulldog, who was another one who was eliminated in Q2. So he's made it through to Q2, which is a good thing. Obviously, walk us through it. So you did improve on your lap. Looked like you had a lot of battery, but that, as we've seen with a lot of these drivers, that green section of the battery is what is the problem. as soon as you pretty much use that, it's done. But how did your lap go around here?
Well, I mean, for a start, I was told to try a different wing setup, so I did, and then I thought I'll wait until about the 3 minute mark and then put it back to the wing setup that I had it at. And I mean, it was just, I thought to myself, well, I've got to use the ERS to set a good lap. And at one stage there, think I was like P12, but I was like a second off the top 10. But it felt alright to me. I mean, yeah, the whole track, just basically evolved.
Yeah, nah, it does. It starts to evolve toward the end of the quali. But no, as I said, you made it through to Q2, so that's still a really good improvement. As we see, there is, I don't know what happened there. Chevy
I
was
think
in.
it might have been just drivers going slow through that sector 1.
That just looked like lag on my screen, but we'll see what happens with that. That looked like an impede. So Chevy will be obviously restarting his lap, which is not a good thing. But anyway, going into the race, what's the goal? Just stay alive and see how you go, or are you aiming for a certain position on the track or a certain drive you're looking to beat?
Well, at the moment, I'm looking to at least stay alive, maybe get higher than my previous best finish, which was P11 in the sprint race at Monza.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be higher at Monza, but unfortunately we did see obviously there was a incident involving you, but that was in the stewards and that has been deemed that the other guy was at fault. But yeah, hopefully we do see up in the potential top 10, even top 8 toward the end of the race. But I'll hand you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
G'day, Bulldog.
G'day.
So during Q2, I noticed that you were doing basically when there was like 2.5 minutes left, you'd go out basically a one and done lap.
Yeah.
Was that your call?
Well, that was sort of both the engineer's call and my call. He basically said go out roughly around the 3.5 to 4 minute mark.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right, well, I'll just basically put enough fuel in for one lap.
Yeah.
And just go out, like leave the pit at roughly the 3.5 minute mark. Get out there on the track roughly around the 3 minute.
Yeah.
And then do the one lap
it's very sketchy.
or the out lap, the hot lap, and then come in or basically finish.
Yeah. It's always high risk, high reward. Obviously, you got the risk part of it, but good luck in the race, mate. That's all I can give to you. Stay clean and yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, good luck, Bulldog. As we are seeing, the track is absolutely ramping up here and the times are absolutely flying in. And I did see a comment in the chat saying that someone was in AI during Q3 in front of someone on a lap, which will be investigated after this race, as I am the onboard steward and the div manager here. So I will be looking at that heavily, and I did catch that on stream, so I'm pretty sure that might be a slam dunk, unfortunately. But we'll let the stewards decide that. So we'll go on board with no one is on a lap, but we'll actually go with Peanut. So there's still one Ferrari left in this top 10 shootout, so maybe he can put it on pole. We have seen some quick times from him, Vettel, in previous races.
Yeah, he has seemed very quick.
So a lot of them are coming out for their outlaps. J-Man, I believe, is done. Yeah, he's out of fuel, so that would be his qualifying done. I don't think he can get around it into the pits in time and then back out again for another lap. So his 131.5 will be the time to beat for P2, because Thunderballs has the P1 spot with 131.299. So are we going to see any drivers within the 130s? That is the real question.
Alright, I'll be back. 1 second.
That's all right. I'll keep going. So Peanut is on his lap. Gets a really good turn 1 and turn 2 going down the first of the DRS zones. And you have both Kick Saubers right behind him on a lap as well. So one of them is getting a potential tow here. He's a little bit far back though. see both McLarens actually in front are going to start the tow as well. So I believe probably Thunderballs will be the leading driver and Chevy right behind, who will be receiving that tow. You've got Edge as well with either Butterfly on his outlap right in front of him. And you got Paul and Hell starting his outlap as well. Late, but he'll
Alright.
get around. As Edge
So
has
you
backed off
reckon
from
now's
P1.
the time when everyone should be coming out the garage, or way earlier?
It should have been way earlier. So J-Man is done. Paul and Hell will potentially get around. As we're seeing, everyone is about to start their final laps. Peanuts will be the first one to set the potential time to beat. But at the moment,
Wolf
it's looking
is up.
Thunderballs is looking to one to beat. With he spun it and he's crashed it into the wall. He just needs to stay there and let everyone pass. Do not even attempt it. Oh no, someone else almost did it. Oh, two people have.
Oh no.
That's all right. They've both unfortunately crashed out of qualifying. China didn't improve, or he did improve, but he's in P5. That's a kick Sauber done, the Ferrari done, and Butterfly is on his lap. So we'll go on board with Butterfly. So he'll be the next one to cross the line to finish his time. Paul and Hell will get his lap started in time as well. I see Paddy Pat's not looking forward to tomorrow, but it's fine, mate. You'll be alright. Just take your time. Yeah, unfortunately, it does happen though. As soon as one person has a moment and another one, can't really impede someone if they're on a lap as well. So if they're both on a lap, it's up to the following car to keep that distance. Otherwise, yeah, no one's impeding, unfortunately. As Butterfly is looking to finish his lap. So where will this
Edge
put
as well,
him?
right behind him.
He's out of battery completely, so it'll be 134. Edge does not improve.
True.
White Wolf is not on a lap. Thunderballs is on a lap, but he lets Chevy Wolves pass. Will Chevy go faster? He goes P8. Thunder Killer can't do any better. So it's now all up to Paul and Hell. Can he put it on the top step tonight here at Vegas? Because I believe both kicks are pitting, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, no, they should be both pitting. Yeah. Yeah, so Paul and Hell will be the last one to set this lap. Come around the final sector, he's still got a lot of that green bar to use, which is really good to see.
Come
So
on,
this
Paul.
will potentially put him into the 132s, but how far up the grid order can he go? He'll go the low 132s. He'll go P6.
P6.
What a good qualifying from Paul and Hell
Good for
there.
him.
So the ones who are a bit lower than expected would be probably Chevy Wolves, but unfortunately we did see that impede earlier on, so that will be looked at by the stewards, I would say. But there you have it. That was a pretty good qualifying with Thunderballs taking out P1 with a 131.299. So we do know what happened here. Well, we do know what happened last race with him starting at P1. He did run away, not by a lot, but he's just absolutely left everyone for dust by about 5 seconds and never looked back. But that is your order. Thunderballs in P1, J-Man P2, White Wolf running at the top 3 with Edge in P4, China P5, Paul and Hell P6, Butterfly P7, Peanut P8, Chevy Wolves P9, and Thunder Killer down in P10. I believe someone here, Chevy has a 5-place grid penalty, so some people down in that 11, 12, 13 will be moving up, unfortunately due to the AI as well. But we will go into the race. Will we get rain? Will we not? It will be a dry race. So are we going to see a crash into turn 1? I do not want to see it. But I believe every single division has had one. So we'll have to wait and see. And see who gets a good start here. And yeah, see who will take out the who will take all the chips here at Vegas.
So who would you rather start on mediums or hards here?
Personally, I'd rather start on the mediums. Especially if there's a safety car early. You can always go hards back to mediums if need be, or you can go the distance. We have seen some longer stints here. We did see one on Inters in Div. Sorry, no, we didn't. That's a different race.
Here we go.
No, that was a Vegas race. As we got 5 red lights, and we are off. So I haven't lagged out, which is good. So we've got Thunderbolts getting a great start. White Wolf in J-Man in P2, White Wolf P3. So everyone's staying the same. Will everyone get through the corner? One. No, we've seen. Oh no, that's on the
Oh
start line.
no! Coop has spun.
Cooper spun, but
And-
he's got
but-
around. Has he got damage though? That is the question. He does
Ooh.
not. And Butterfly didn't actually get off the grid. Oh, he's a lagging. He's absolute lagging. So he actually stayed on the grid. So I'm surprised everyone got around him cleanly. But so far, Rock Lobster would be up the most positions. As we see, there's yellows. There is
Oh,
massive
bank
contact here. Oh, and Chevy has come back on in front of Coop
Chevy Milano.
and broke his wing. So that is going to be looked at by the stewards. That whole incident will be. So we go back up the grid. Everyone just needs to realise it's lap 1 still, guys. We're not in lap 25. See David and
yet.
Sick Party swapping positions down the straight.
J-Man and Edge side by side into the strip.
So we haven't had a safety car yet, which is a decent thing. Obviously there was a very bad thing that happened there in Sector 2, but that will be investigated later by the stewards. As you see, Thunderballs is our current leader in P1. Iraq Lobster is moving up the grid in P11 down there. So he's gained 9 spots already, as I'll go over to position changes. So Thunderballs P1, J-Man P2, Edge has gained a spot in P3, White Wolf in P4, China and Paul and Hell have stayed the same in P5 and 6, with Peanut in P7, and they've currently created a 1.7 gap to Thunder Killer. So the top 7 looking to run away from everyone else. Sick Party behind Thunder Killer, so he's made up a spot. David's made up a spot. Iraq Lobster up 9, and he will be absolutely flying behind this pack. Vader Menace up 1, Fish Lips down 1, Bulldog up 1, Drewzilla up 4, Milano up 1, Chevy down 3, Dragon down 2 with a 3 second, I believe. Butterfly, unfortunately, being stuck on the grid early, down 12, and Coop fixing that wing and hoping there's a safety car later on.
Oh god, now it's lap 2. What's happening now? As we saw
Everyone's
Div
going
2
cleanly,
go.
which is good. Everyone has the ERS now activated, so we'll go back up toward the front and see if anyone's making the moves. Trying to make some move on White Wolf. He looks to be making a move on Edge as well. He does. He gets it done. Very, very cleanly, very done. And Thunderballs has a big snap. And Edge
Trying
gets
to
past
close the door
Thunderballs.
on
So I don't
Edge.
know what's happened to Thunderballs here. I don't know if there was maybe contact from maybe a late overtake by J-Man, because I think that's the only one who was closest to him. As we are seeing, obviously, the faster lap times change. As we'll go to tyres now and see what everyone is running. So we've got pretty much the whole grid except for Drewzilla and Coop on sticks, who could potentially go to the end here on those hard tyres. Milano gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane, so very early 10-second pen to have, and he will be going to on the hards and potentially fixing a wing if he has damage. As there is yellows in sector 2, I don't know who that is.
It was Drewzilla Killer, but I don't know what for.
It looks like he's got control of that car again, which is good. Chevy Wolf's has got a full wing, so which is very lucky. Potentially side pod damage though, as there is yellows ahead.
Oh,
That is another McLaren
Thunderbolts.
around, and he's lost his wing completely. He
Oh,
does
he's
wait.
rejoined.
He does no,
Oh,
he
no. Yeah,
rejoins
okay.
nicely.
That's good for him.
Brilliant,
Good job.
brilliant race etiquette there by Thunderballs. He'll be needing to come into box and fix that wing. but he does have the pace. He does have the pace to catch back up. So I wouldn't be surprised if Vettel just broke something. I wouldn't be surprised to see him later on in the race. As we see, there is yellows again. That's Paul and Hell, and that's a
Thunder Killer.
kick Sauber around. So they've come together. That's gained Thunderballs another position, as we are seeing a lot of people losing out here. But Iraq Lobster isn't looking back, up to P9 already from P20. So we know this driver's fast. He's actually lost his left end plate as well.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got
great
damage
job
on
from
that
him.
car. So he's up 11 spots so far. As we see, the top 3 are still battling, but J-Man is trying to run away with it so far. He's got a 1.3 gap to China. So Edge and China need to try and work together and not fight into corners and see if they can catch back up to J-Man. Otherwise, J-Man could potentially run away with this. White Wolf is following close behind in P4. Peanut, unfortunately, has dropped out of that DRS, but if they keep fighting in front, he'll get back into it. Sick Party is following behind in P6. David is up a couple positions in P7, and he's right on the back of Sick Party, so he'll be looking to make that move down that back straight, which is the optimal spot to overtake. As they are closing in on J-Man, they're almost at that
White Wolf
DRS.
is closing on Edge.
Yep. So 0.6, 0.7, he does not get the DRS though, so they have to burn to try and keep up with J-Man here. But even if you don't get him straight away, you might get him the next lap. So there's not always it's not always a good thing to burn straight away and try and catch up. As Fish Lips and Faded swap spots. Fish Lips and Iraq Lobster's up another spot. So he's absolutely honing in right now with a damaged wing as well. So are we going to maybe see a last to first here by the man in the Aston? I think it's a big potential as he is going quickest in the last sector again with that no left end plate. Or he's just bumped the wall. So maybe I'm going to get off him just so we don't see, so I don't give him the commentator's curse.
China is on right behind Edge.
Yeah, so they swapped in that DRS zone. So they're trying to work together now. So they're trying to save that battery for the back straight. J-Man did save a little bit of battery there, so China has got a lot of battery. He's in none right behind Edge, so I'd expect China to be making that move on Edge with that full battery. And potentially with that overspeed, maybe catching the back of J-Man. As the Iraq Lobster
up another one.
Up another one. So he's now closing in on David.
Right behind David. He is having an amazing race so far.
He certainly is. As he is potentially going to make the move here. I hope not, because it'll be too late. He doesn't. He stays behind David. Really good to see. So he'll try and probably get the run out of the corner. He has a bit of a snap, but he'll probably be pulling out any second now. He does. Pulls out from behind David, goes around the left of him, on the inside, coming into turn 1. But David shuts the door. Good defending there by David. But this is helping Sick Party and Fish Lips keep onto that DRS of both David and Iraq Lobster. So maybe we'll
just
see
realised the top 3 have caught up to each other.
They have the top 4. Top 4, so J-Man, China, Edge and White Wolf are in that battle. Thunderballs has decided to stay out, so he hasn't boxed to fix that wing. So maybe he's hoping for a late safety car and to fix that wing and then chuck on the hards. Because we do know he has rapid pace here. But there is a lot of gaps starting to form toward that back end pack. So you got 4 seconds away is Thunder Killer. Chevy Wolves is another 4 behind Thunder. You got Drewzilla who's 1.5, Dragon who's 8, Butterfly who's 8, Milano who's 7.9, and unfortunately with the damage, Coop on sticks is 2.9 behind Milano.
Yeah, that's really unlucky from Coop.
We'll just stay on board this last little bit. See if Iraq will make the move on David. It looks like he will. He'll pull out. He'll have the DRS. He'll burn to get past, and he makes the move up another spot. So now his next opponent to close in on will be Peanut. Oh, he smacks the wall again. So he's that right wing there is going to be holding on for dear life as he keeps smacking the wall. But he's almost
If you
dropped
go into
David
the
here.
top 3 or top
But
4.
we'll go on to the top 3 now. J-Man and Edge are swapping into turn 1. Edge hugs the inside and is fighting it back. So they're both burning. So who will... Oh, J-Man pulls out on China. Edge fills in behind China. So that front 4 is battling so hard that Peanut's catching up. And that will eventually bring in the likes of Iraq Lobster as well, who we have seen is very quick here. So currently as it stands, both China and Edge are holding their battery. Peanut gets past White Wolf somehow. I don't know how that's happened. Oh, White Wolf must have had a moment because he's fell back at 1.5.
Oh yeah. So that gives
So
Iraq
Peanut has
Lobster
up
a
another
little
one.
bit of
So we'll
advantage.
go... Yep, so we'll go...
Oh! Edge
Oh.
and China just had a moment. Do they have
I don't know if
damage?
there's... I don't think there's damage there. Doesn't look like it.
Nothing for Edge.
Nothing for China as well. I think it was might have been a wheel slip as we see China looking to make the
China.
double overtake, but
Double
this is
overtake.
bringing in the likes of
Triple
Iraq
overtake?
Lobster. Potentially, Edge will be in a
China goes
sandwich
for the
here.
triple
And
overtake.
he gets it.
Oh,
So
oh, that's not good.
That camera angle is bad. Very bad. But this is bringing,
Oh,
look at that, Iraq Lobster. It's bringing
well,
Iraq Lobster into the
China
fight.
has wing damage. Trying to smack the wall.
Oh,
after
and
getting that
Edge is
overtake.
boxing off of those medium tyres. So he's looking to undercut, but look at this, Iraq Lobster is almost up to P2 from P20 on the
Wow.
grid within 8 laps of Vegas. Peanut is currently holding P2, but I don't think it will be for much longer. But J-Man is currently in the lead by
Iraq Lobster
3.1.
up
Iraq
18
Lobster
positions.
makes the overtake, and he is up to P2, closing in on the P1.
I want this guy to be my teammate. Actually, he can take my seat. He can take my seat.
He's very rapid here in Vegas, especially with no left end plate. So I am so surprised he's still keeping it on track with no left end plate and making all these overtakes. He's absolutely catching up now to J-Man. But he's dragging a whole pack with him, so that pack's all the way down to P8 now. All that fighting is bringing everyone back into it again. So both Williams in a good spot here, P8, P9. Thunderballs, unfortunately, with the damage early, is down to P10, but he's still within the points. It's a good thing. Same with Paul and Hell, early incident with Thunder Killer. Bulldogs up a couple spots, which is really good. Chevy Wolves in P14, that's where he started. Edge has just boxed onto that set of hards, so he'll be trying to make that undercut and get away from that fighting pack. As we see, who will now pit? It looks like that is Iraq Lobster is pulling the pin early, and same with Fish Lips behind in P8. Is boxing and going really slow into the pits. So these other guys are going the longest in here, potentially maybe waiting for a safety car and getting the job done on Iraq Lobster and Edge via a safety car, but Iraq does come out in front of Edge. Or side by side, actually. As they'll battle into the corner. I don't know who has... So Edge has the DRS. He will get past Iraq Lobster. But potentially Iraq Lobster may send a move late. He does not. He stays behind. But they are right behind Chevy Wolves with damage to his wing, I believe. No, he doesn't. He actually has no damage, but potential sideboard damage.
So yep, Edge, Chevy, and Iraq are all gonna, I'm sure, get a few overtakes down this back strip.
Yep, it looks
As
like
Iraq seems to be
he's just
going
cruising
a
by,
bit slow.
biding his time, it looks like.
Yeah.
Playing the patient game. Oh, and
Oh!
Chevy has retired,
Iraq!
and it's spun Iraq Lobster, and I believe he's lost more of his end plate. He needs to not reverse in front of everyone. But that is the carcass of Chevy Wolves, and that will be our first safety car. So everyone in
Wow.
front will be boxing. I would say there's a double Williams stack about to happen. but that's helped out a lot of these front runners.
Lamb, you jinxed it.
Ghosting isn't on. I've checked it. It's disabled. I think it's... I don't know how exactly ghosting works in this game. It's weird.
I
But
think if they retire on the racing line, they just ghost it.
yeah, so Edge will move up to P3. Bulldog gets a 10-second for a severe collision with Thunder Killer, I think it was, or Thunderballs. But Fish Lips continues on, so he'll gain a couple spots here. So this order's bouncing around everywhere, but currently as it stands, Sick Party, I don't know if he pitted. He did not pit. So that double stack was going to hurt him, but I think this is going to hurt him more because that whole grid will catch up. So he'll pretty much go from P1 all the way down to P20 by the time he does pit, because this whole grid would have caught up. And Iraq Lobster, unfortunately, after that really good first stint, is back to P19. So can we maybe see another last to first again? But those meetings will not go 15 laps, or if they do, they will be hurting real bad toward the end. Then there's no investigation needed there. Chevy hit the inside wall. Was caught on stream, but it's fine. So Sick Party will be leading, but I'd assume he'd be boxing.
Whoa, he's
And there is a
on
prediction
mediums.
that's starting. It's probably going to be, will we see another safety car?
Will we see a different
Yeah,
winner this
someone
weekend?
did call that. I can't remember who it was, but someone did call a last to first, back to last. So
That was Ed. It was Lamb.
yeah, well, Thunderballs was our last winner, obviously, last week, and he's currently down in 13. But I would assume he's fixed that wing of his. I'm just going to go on board with him to see if he did. Looks like it from the drone footage. Yes, he has. So both wings intact, so we know he's got the pace. We knew
Should
how
I
much
predict
everyone's
all
fighting.
my-
Sick Party.
Should I predict all my channel points?
Go for gold, mate. We're in Vegas. When in Vegas.
Alright. 15,000.
I'm gonna go. I kind of want to go. I kind of want to see Thunderballs maybe try and make it all the way back to first,
I did 15,000 on yes.
and I'm gonna go 10 on no.
Oh, stuff
So then
you.
I get all the points. So we see Milano comes into the box. Iraq Lobster's
Vegas.
gained obviously a couple spots there. But we do know safety cars breed safety cars. So all of these guys on these hard tyres have chose to use them early. So they'll be potentially going back to mediums if there is another one. J-Man will be leading this pack away with Edge following right behind. White Wolf behind him. Peanut and David. Followed by China, Fader Menace, Fish Lips, Paul and Hell, and Thunder Killer rounding out the top 10. But we've got a battle of Thunders on our hand. P10 and P11. Oh, things are going to get juicy here. No, someone has just put 50k on no. No! Yeah, so we still see Butterflies actually stayed out on those 10-lap-old mediums. You've got Coop on sticks on those 9-lap-old hards, but he cannot go mediums as they will not last to the end. So he'll probably be boxing later on, potentially hoping for another safety car. But he's in the points again for the first time this race, sorry. So he'd be hopefully looking to hold on there. But he has got Rock Lobster and Sick Party who are swapping under safety car conditions, which is not what we want to see. There's to be no driving side by side under safety car conditions. If we do see it, it is pennable. We'll go back up at the top. I think it should be in. It is in. So J-Man is leading. China's just got a 10-second for a severe collision with David, and I bet you it's probably just a love tap. That's a very unfortunate thing for China. So, but if I believe he stays out, so that could potentially get removed. As we will see, he does go. J-Man has pulled the pin, and we are off and racing again. Edge didn't get caught napping. White Wolf didn't get caught napping, but he's going side by side, trying to warm up those tyres. And there is yellows. Butterfly is in the box. As the Rock Lobster makes a move early on Coupon Sticks. Oh, someone's gone off there. Sick Party. Bit of overspeed. Yasim and him go side by side. The Aston makes a move, but Sick Party goes for the switchback and puts the battery on, puts the burners on. He's in none though. I don't think he realises he's in none. So he'd be dropping back a little bit. Milano makes up a spot on him. We'll go to penalties now. We'll see what everyone's running with. So we've got a we've got a 10-second for China, a 10-second for Thunderballs, a 3-second for Dragon, and a 10-second for Milano. As Dragon goes up to the points now, but we'll go back up to the top. So that top two are starting to run away from P3. They're almost out of that DRS range. They're almost there. We'll go down the grid to see if everyone gets around cleanly. They do. Edge takes the lead in P1. But J-Man is right behind him, so he'd be burning. He is burning to get past. But he pulls back in. Thinks smarter of it, or better of it. David goes up another spot into P4. So this is a brilliant drive by David so far. Gets the move done. But this field is still very compact as we see
Iraq
Iraq
Lobster
Lobster
got
is
another
making
one.
up a couple positions again.
He's going to be fighting.
DRS is enabled and Butterfly did pit off of those mediums right at the end of the safety car. China loses a spot to Fated Menace. So Fated Menace is having a really good race so far as well. He was out in Q2 and he's currently up to P6, so a really good position so far for him. Iraq Lobster gains another spot, this time on Bulldog, and he's closing in on Thunderkiller now. That's his next target. But he's on those mediums. Thunderballs picks up a 3-second.
3-second.
That's not good because he was our last week winner. Oh, he's had a big snap as well. That's bringing Thunderkiller, so the two Thunders are going to have a fight, maybe potentially to the end. But as it stands, both Ferraris, both Red Bulls in a really good points paying position tonight here at Vegas.
As Edge has just about dropped J-Man.
He has.
Now. Oh! Thunders!
There's
Both
Crash.
Thunders sending on each other.
They get by pretty good, but DRS will be activated, so we're going to see some overtakes here down the back straight.
Oh,
But Thunderballs is starting to pick up his pace. Oh, as we see, Iraq Lobster pulls out from behind Thunderkiller, so he's now closing in on the next Thunder. I don't know if he's missing his right wing again, Iraq Lobster. No, he's not. He's got both intact. But both Thunderballs and Iraq Lobster are potentially looking for a move here on Pool and Hell. Probably in this next DRS zone, maybe a bit earlier. As Iraq Lobster almost wipes out the back of Thunderballs. Tries to go around the outside of Thunderballs here, but Thunderballs goes out around the outside of Pool and Hell. This is getting very, very juicy, very, very early. Yeah, we need some AC/DC Thunderstruck here.
No, we're in Vegas.
As Iraq Lobster makes the move on Pool and Hell, so he's following Thunderballs up that grid order.
No mercy. Oh!
But we did see Edge did run away, but J-Man's pulled him back in. Pool and Hell receives a 3-second for track limits. As we see the McLaren looks like he bounced off the wall.
I believe Iraq Lobster got some wing damage. Maybe not.
Now Thunderkiller and Pool and Hell are nearly going side by side into this last corner, which not really the best place to do because you do get DRS the next bit. I'd probably be staying behind and just waiting for it, but that's going to hand Pool and Hell the dominant position with the battery.
Lobster.
Well,
yes,
with
no, he's going to send it now.
DRS. So yeah, Ruck Lobster's right behind Thunderballs, and Thunderballs is out of DRS, but he has got that wing open, so he did catch it. I don't think Iraq Lobster will send it. He'll stay behind. But those mediums will start to cook faster than Thunderball's tyres, so we'll go back to tyres now. So whose gamble will pay off? Will we see the same winner of last week in Thunderballs take out this win in Vegas, or will we see a different winner? Currently as it stands, you've got Thunderballs with 13 seconds of penalties. So as it stands, it's not looking
Yes.
likely. But if he can get
Sorry,
that 10,
no offense to
10
you.
second, if he can get that 10-second removed, which is still potential, and gain that extra 3 seconds from anyone in first place, he could still take this out, as Iraq Lobster does make the move. But as I said,
He
he's on
is
those medium
aggressive.
tyres, and Thunder Killer picks up another 3 seconds. So we are starting to see these penalties come in thick and
Back up.
fast. As J-Man actually picked up a 3 second. I don't know if he had that earlier,
Yeah, he is. He was one of the first, I believe.
but White Wolf is right behind him with a lot of battery to play with. So is Edge, got a lot of battery. They've all got a lot of battery actually. But they've currently gapped Peanut in P4 with only 20% battery. So David would potentially be looking to hang on the back of Peanut there with more battery than him, and with the DRS. Vader Menace, absolutely brilliant race from him so far. Up to P6. So soon enough we'll be starting to talk for driver of the day.
Yep. 5
Some-
more laps.
Yeah, some interesting names to throw in the convo. As we see, a late dive by Fish Lips. Potentially got that braking done really, got that really wrong. But no
Is
damage occurred.
behind Fish Lips.
Just a
Is
loss
it
of
side-by-side
time.
damage between the McLaren and Aston Martin of Iraq Lobster.
Yep, so Iraq Lobster's going side by side with
Fish
Thunderbolts
Lips
again.
goes wide.
Fish Lips goes wide.
Ooh!
Oh!
No
Almost
damage,
did a
no wing damage on Iraq.
Yep, I felt that. That was me last season in that wall. Yeah, Iraq Lobster with no damage, which is lucky to be having a wing steal from that.
That's
But
the
they are
Martin,
right on
man.
the back of Fish Lips and right at the back of Faded. And Thunderbolts has unfortunately dropped the DRS from them. But he'll be potentially gaining it back toward this end of this sector because they are fighting like no tomorrow. Potentially a Div 2 race. But Edge has almost dropped J-Man again. Butterfly is our next recipient of the 3 second. So can we maybe see maybe a late podium here for David or Peanut, with J-Man having that 3 second on him? If they start fighting heavily,
And White Wolf.
White
Oh,
Wolf is
White Wolf going for the double
making
overtake.
a move.
Misses the single.
He stays
He
behind,
goes
which
for
is
the
good.
single.
Good call, good call. As they are dropping, well, David actually made the move on Peanut, so he's now up, closing in. He needs to stay within that 3 second of J-Man, and hopefully hang on and get that
Predictions
podium.
already finished. Apparently. Oh yeah.
Why is it finished?
Don't know, but I'll take 28,000 points.
I don't know why it's finished early. That's
Oh, now there's another prediction. Will there be another second safety car? I'm not voting that. That's too much of a risk.
maybe the points were handed back, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know there. That's really early to call it because potentially he could have got that 10-second removed. Well, it could be another safety car. You never know.
One. I put 1 channel point into yes.
I don't know. I've seen crazier stuff happen, and we're in Vegas. But yeah, Rock Lobster in P8, so he's improved up another 11 spots. Dragon has retired in the pit, so he's called it a day. So a lot of these back-end drivers are getting closer and closer to points. They just need to stay alive and keep out of trouble and see how they go, because there is a
White
lot of
Wolf
pens starting
seem to be
add up.
overtaking Edge. They both
Yeah,
have the same or close to same amount of battery.
Yep, he
Late
looks to be.
lunge.
Yep, he's gonna be. No, he's gonna be pulling back in. Thinking better of it. Good call again. There's no point trying to make that move late. That'll just lose you too much time. They are losing time to David though. David's catching. He's 2.1 away. So the more times they start going side by side, this is not the best situation, as they're going to go side by side again.
Oh no!
There's absolute carnage.
Oh,
Impatience.
no.
That's all I can put it down to. Impatience. As that is pretty much White Wolf's day done and dusted. That brings out our virtual. Edge has massive wing damage on the front there. This hands it to David. David could be on for a win here. David is in the dominant spot here. Drew Zilla gets a drive-through speeding under safety car already. Is that a safety car right behind, or is that a Haas? That's a Haas. Yeah, I thought that was a safety car. Never mind. There's a 3-second under safety car for Faded Menace. White Wolf retires on track. That brings out a safety car. And that will be looked at further because you cannot retire on track. So we'll be asking for the POV there. But that will bring everyone closer together. And as I did say, I have seen crazier things happen. So have we maybe paid it out too early? I think everyone will be boxing now. So this does kind of save
That's the
Edge's
second
race
safety
there.
car.
It does save a lot of people's race here to fix that damage. Everyone would be probably going to mediums or softs to the end, I would say.
What would you go on? Soft some if you're in Edge's position.
Mediums. You've still got you'll have 5 laps of racing. We're seeing a couple of drivers staying out. I don't think that's the right call, but we'll wait and see. Track position is good here. Probably not as good as brand new tyres though. So the likes of Iraq Lobster and Edge will have to basically come from the clouds to get points here, to get really good points. So they have to pass all of this midfield without causing damage. It's doable on brand new mediums and a brand new pair of softs. I think I'm gonna go my prediction here for the win. And if he pulls this off, it will be driver of the day, hands down. Iraq Lobster, if he's able to go from 12 to 1 now, after safety car, I think that hands him the keys to driver of the day. Because we have to start voting on it in about 1 lap. But if he's able to do it, I'd be saying Iraq Lobster. But currently, David would be my driver of the day.
Yeah. Show the pens for a second.
Yeah, I will show the pens. So China's going to the end because he probably believes he can get that 10-second removed. I think if you were thinking you weren't going to get it removed, you would have boxed. Thunderball's potentially the same. He can probably get that 10-second, maybe not that 3-second removed. So
Pep, the top 11 are all on old hards.
Yeah, everyone who stayed out apart from Iraq.
Alright,
and
5
Edge.
names on who's gonna win for a prediction.
I'm gonna go. J-Man can't win with the 3-second, so cross him off. I think. David, I'd go Peanuts. Iraq Lobster.
No.
Iraq Lobster.
I think the top 5 will stay in the top 5. Just
What is
different
going
positions.
Alright, we're back. Everyone keeps swapping. So they need to just not race side by side. Bulldog, you can get it removed. Keep going. Keep driving. I saw that. So you can get that removed. It's fine. People need to not drive side by side because it does give a potential to hand back a position penalty. So that was caught on stream. We did see the swap positions. So Iraq will be investigated after the race for side by side, which is not allowed.
Okay.
But David, Peanuts, Fish Lips, you'd probably have to put up there with no pens. Probably Sick Party. I don't think anyone with pens can win it. So I think realistically, your six if you had to choose is, I'd probably go Edge, Iraq, Sick Party, Fish Lips, Peanut, David. David looks like he's in the dominant position, but keep in mind they are on those old tyres. But track position is key here.
Yeah, I honestly think it was the top 5 right now will stay in the top 5, just in different positions. People without penalties are too far behind
Who's going to win the race? Who should I put the money on? I'm going to
What are your warnings looking like? What
I'm going to
lawyers?
go with someone outside that top 10. So this is going to be
Alright.
very interesting. As we're going to see, the safety car will come in here. So J-Man has the field. He will be the leader of this train. You've got Drewzilla with the drive-through, so he'll have to serve it, otherwise he'll get DSQ'd. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You cannot get that removed.
Okay. Is it drive of the day? Vote?
Yeah, we can vote for driver of the day.
Don't do it after the restart.
We'll do it straight after. We'll do
Oh,
it lap
look at the
21.
back.
There is
What's happened
contact.
here? Oh no. Boy,
Bulldog
we
has
can't be
received a
doing
10
that.
for a collision with someone. Thunder Killer gets 10 seconds for ignoring.
Iraq Lobster.
Iraq
Bulldog.
Lobster
Oh
sends it on
my.
the outside. Edge sends it on the inside. This is where impatience starts to get thin. Edge makes the move on Bulldog. Iraq makes the move on Bulldog as well. So they're up into P11, P10. We'll go back up to the front. David is closing in on J-Man. Thunderballs is closing in as well on Fish Lips. He made the move on Beta Menace early. Rock Lobster makes the move on Sick Party. Edge is looking to do the same. This mid-pack is looking to
Wild.
be, there's going to be late impacts potential here, as we saw Rock Lobster and Edge going side by side. Remember guys, there's still 4 laps remaining. We're not on the last lap. No need to try and send
Edge,
anything. Oh, Edge gets it done. Up to P9. This is going to get absolutely spicy. But yes, I do agree, Marzi. I think David deserves this drive of the day. If he's able to hold this off, my only one thing is Iraq Lobster if he's able to come off with this win. But I believe my vote, as it stands, is David to be driver of the day. Who is yours, Vettel?
I might agree with you here as well. David has been up there for the whole race. Let's give him the double vote from us.
Alright, so we'll do the comms will be David. I did see Peanut for driver of the day as well, so we'll chuck his name in there as well.
Edge gets the switchback on Paul and Hell. Amazing
Yep,
take
so they're
as
both Iraq Lobster
Iraq and Faded.
P7 at the moment, so he is closing in, but they have lost DRS to Fish Lips. Edge is up to P8, so they are closing in on this pack with no pens. So they are looking, one of them's looking to get a podium. Someone has went around there. That's Thunder Killer. Coop is actually on for a points here as well. He can just keep it out of trouble. That's brought out a safety car again. Oh no, what is everyone going to do now?
Oh no.
Because 3 people will fall out of points, will fall
That's
a
great
lot of
for the
positions
fresh
here.
tires.
Well, this is good for a lot of people. Fish Lips, Coupon Sticks, Sick Party, Edge, Iraq Lobster, Peanut and David. I think you just stay out. You stay out. There'll be a lap of racing, potentially. But you gain spots with penalties. So this is basically the win is in David's hands. David has the opportunity here to win. So everyone just needs to stay. I don't think anyone changes their tyre now. You can't come in a box. It's too late. You're pretty much giving up a potential good points if you do. There's only going to be 1 lap of racing or 2 laps of racing by the end of this, unless you want to serve a 10-second and then get back to the. So I don't know if Bulldog, he can get 1 removed, but I don't know if he can get the second one removed. So maybe he might be one to box and get one of them removed.
The box was Drewzilla Killer.
Yeah, so I think that's what brought out the safety car. I think he had a moment.
Stop playing
But,
ACDC. We're gonna have to play Skyfall by Adele.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can argue with. Yeah, driver of the day I think has to go to David. He's kept it clean, kept it tight. He will go to positions as well. He's gained 9 positions. He's not the quickest driver out there, but he is one of the cleanest, and he's keeping it done. Getting it done tonight for the Red Bulls. And all he has to now do is stay within that 3-second. Thunder Killer gets a 10-second for collision with Butterfly. And that's them spun around toward the back. So that is not good. So all a couple of these drivers need to do is just keep it clean, keep it tidy for this last couple of laps. And they could be moving up a lot of spots here and a lot of points handed to them. We do not want to see side-by-side action during this safety car. The safety car should be in and give us 2 or 3 laps remaining of this race. We're just waiting on Drusilla Killer to catch his pack. J-Man could still potentially win this. He just needs to show a lot of pace in this final lap or 2. But I think with that 3-second, yep, safety car is in.
Car's in.
He needs to just keep it clean and hopefully everyone else behind him starts battling heavier. As J-Man will start slowing this pack up, so everyone has to realise that we are not under racing conditions. You need to slow down, otherwise there is going to be collisions galore. We'll go toward the back. Everyone's come in and hotter. No, everyone's chilled out. That's good. All right, we'll go back to the front. J-Man will be leading this pack away. And he's gone. He's not waiting. David's not waiting either. He's not caught napping. Peanut also is right behind David, so potentially Peanut might take this win. But Thunderballs is sending it on Peanut. Does not get it done. Drusilla is disqualified from the session. He has not served that drive-through. That's a Rock Lobster up to P4 now. But David just needs to hang on here. These last 2 laps is the most crucial part. Edge makes the move on China, gets it done before the corner. He's now got Thunderballs in front of him and a Rock Lobster in front of him as well. David has got a faster Rock Lobster behind him though, on those soft tyres. He just needs to hold this car and stay in that DRS and get that last lot of DRS bit, but a Rock Lobster is closing in.
Gets Peanut. Will he get David?
On those
Surely
softs,
he'd wait
yeah,
till
he
next
will.
lap.
No, he'll get him here. He's on those soft tyres. Unless he wants to just hold out for the last lap and just save his battery and just go for gold.
I think that's the way.
Nah, he's going to make the move. David backs off, which is a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea, because there is further investigations to happen after this race. But he will have the DRS come this final last lap. As we see, Sick Party makes up a position as well. And DRS is now enabled. So we're going to see 2 zones with the DRS. So who will take out the win? Will it be David? Will it be Ruck? Will it be Peanuts? I hope they keep it clean in this final lap. Because we've seen it go horribly wrong in every other division.
Edge gets
Peanut
Thunderballs.
looks to be making a move. He pulls back in though. Edge is side by side with Thunderballs. He's going to make the move. He does make the move. Gets it done. There's a little tap.
Thunderballs had a moment. That's banked a lot of people up, slowed a lot of people up.
But we'll go back to the top. So J-Man is still leading. Thunder Killer picks up another 3-second. So now this is where we're going to see a massive tow from everyone behind with the slipstream.
Here
So
we go.
David is on hard, so it's going to be a very, very tough ask here to get past the Rock on those softs. But you never know. China picks up another 3-second. Here we go. Who is going to get it? David is right behind it. Both in hot lap. We'll stay on board with David. David looking to make the move. He's going to the inside of Iraq Lobster. Will he send it at the last corner? Unfortunately, the hards are not pulling the gap.
No
He
way.
will pull behind. Iraq Lobster coming around the final corner. Edge makes the move up to P4. Iraq Lobster has a moment though. Can David take it? David side by side.
No way.
But the softs are going to pull it off. These softs have it done here. And
Oh!
Iraq Lobster! Oh, J-Man almost forces
Oh
his
my.
way through there. David
What
takes
a
the win!
race!
David took the win!
Oh my! 2000.
David's got it!
Whoa!
That is our driver of the day. I have no idea how David just got that. I think that was the J-Man collision. But
2000th of a
that will
second.
not take away David's win because David did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. That
I'm
is
speechless.
insane.
What a race. Wow.
But there you have it, the top three. David taking on the top step, followed by Iraq Lobster in P2 and Edge taking out P3. Absolute brilliant race. A lot. Oh no. I've just got... Oh, there we go. No, come on. Give me the... I'm going to try and get these in... Oh, go away.
Yeah, I'm getting that too. I think it's everyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get these. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to get these before I start announcing it. I hate this game.
Yeah,
Right,
we're all getting it.
there we go. I think
Oh.
I think I've got the... I hope I've got the intervals and stuff. All right, so I can't even scroll back up to the top. Oh my god, this game!
Do you want
Go
me?
away.
I got it. Do you want me to do race director?
Yes, please, if you can. Oh no, just do the screen. All right, so we got David P1, Iraq Lobster P2, and Edge P3. I can't run through the grid, unfortunately. Peanut P4, Sick Party P5, J-Man P6, Paul and Hell P7, Coupon Sticks coming from the back up to P8. Brilliant job by him. His first drive here in Division 6. Fader Menace as well, P9, Thunderballs P10, P11 for Fish Lips, P12 for China, P13 for Butterfly, Milano 14. So he's in the points as well after that penalty. Yeah, I can't even export. Let's do that. Hey. Oh no, never mind. Didn't even let me. But we'll try and get these. Yeah, we'll try to get these guys into the comms. And see if we can speak to some of these. Right, so I'm just tagging these guys. I think they're on my server. Yeah. We got it done at the right time. Alright, but we will start with Edge Edge there, mate.
Yeah, I'm here.
Bear with me. Alright. So, Edge, how'd your race go? So it looked a bit, obviously those last couple laps was very pushy, but did look to be clean overtakes from what I saw. But walk us through those last couple of laps. Obviously trying to close into that front pack and keep out of trouble. Yeah, walk us through it. How did obviously the rest of your race go? We did see the couple incidents with you losing your wing, but you did manage to claw it back to P3, which is brilliant effort. And we did see the your second partner as well, who was reserving, come to P8. So yeah, walk us through the whole race, how you went, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good race. I was racing, I think it was White Wolf, J-Man, and yeah, China. Those were the four that were up the front from memory.
Yep.
It was a good race for the first half, and then there was just an incident in regards to there was just a bit of an incident between myself and White Wolf, and I ended up breaking my rear wing, which caused the safety car. I then had to go basically from 13th all the way up, and then there was that second safety car. That just sort of threw another spanner in the works.
Yeah, it certainly did. So that last safety car will be investigated after the race because it could have potentially been intentional, but we'll have to wait and see. Moving into next week, obviously we've got Bahrain. Looking forward to it. Is it a good track of yours, or you needing to practice more?
I think everyone needs to practice. It doesn't matter how fast you are. It's always good to get a little bit of practice in, because the second you go into a track without your eye in, you end up, crashing out, not having fun. And that's mainly what we're here to do, isn't it? We're just here to have fun and do what we can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're just here to have fun and obviously to battle hard on track and clean on track, which is always good. But yeah, I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
G'day, Edge.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, doing alright.
That was a very good race. So we saw incident. I'd say 2/3 of the way of the race between you and Wolf, correct?
I know the one you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. So once that happened, what was the thoughts? I know Pep was in the voice call with you, but was the head up high, or were you having doubts? Oh, that's my race over.
No, I actually didn't get damage from that, so I just kind of continued on from where we were. It did lose me a bit of time to J-Man, which was unfortunate. But at that point, we were just kind of like, okay, let's pit. We'll do the undercut now, and then we'll go from there.
Alright, that's good. Congratulations on the podium. You've done better than myself. But congratulations.
Thanks. Cheers.
All right, so we'll move over to P1, and it is our driver of the day, and this was a fantastic race to watch by the man himself. David, are you there, mate?
Yeah, I am.
How'd your race go? So you kept it clean and kept it tidy, and as I said, you're not the quickest driver, but you have kept it clean, and you're now on the top step. How does it feel?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that feels really good. Those two safety cars kind of dampened my mood a bit, because I knew without safety cars I was legitimately on for the win. But then that last one kind of pissed me off a bit. But it's like, okay, I'm still in second. I know there's cars coming behind, and it's just now a matter of how much horsepower your car's got. And then, as you boys probably saw down that last straight, me and Lobster were just going tooth and nail at each other. I burnt everything I had in the car. I was riding the car home like I had $1,000 on it at Flemington, like I was giving it everything. And then out of the last chicane, Lobster had a snap and went over to the left, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And then I looked down on my battery and there was only 10%. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And then the last 10 seconds of that race was legitimately crazy. Like, I'm going to have to post what happened, because what happened was Lobster was on my inside. I couldn't take the inside, so I had to take the outside line. Then you had J-Man behind Lobster, who forced me out, and it turns out that me getting forced out was enough to win me the race. It was just one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I honestly I didn't think you had it in the bag due to those softs. Obviously, they just looked to have gained just enough on you throughout that last little straight and then that final area as well. But somehow, yeah, you've clinched it from the death and got the victory. But well done, congratulations, and you were voted driver of the day as well. I'll pass you over to Vettel and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Cool.
G'day, David.
How's it going?
It's going good. I'm sure your heart is beating really fast after winning by 2,000.
Yeah,
How does it feel?
Yeah, it's going, that's for sure. It's definitely not good with someone that has had heart problems in the past, but hey, that's not the issue here. But yeah, that was legitimately crazy. And then, like, to kind of tell off what Sparrow just said, yeah, like I knew down that last straight that the softs were the ace tire, but the one thing that I constantly said to Paul while we were going around the race, it seemed like for whatever reason my car in a straight line was on another level to a lot of other people, because I was continually breaking DRS trains in hot lap and just on the straights. And then, yeah, it was pretty much just the drag race. And as I said, just riding the car home, and then yeah, the miracle happened and got the W. My first in Russia as well too. So it's
Oh,
been what,
congratulations.
4 seasons for that. So finally checked that off the list. And it says Paulie said to me, he said, well, now he's got to get one too.
So, during the second last lap, when Lobster was right behind you, were you thinking, okay, I'll let him overtake, or let him decide? Because obviously the back straight is the place to overtake. So was that just luck of the draw that you were behind him, or it was on purpose?
So what I can tell you was during that second last lap down the first straight, I was looking backwards a lot. So I was watching what was going on between Peanut and Lobster. And then pretty much I just said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to fight Lobster here. I'd rather the double toe. And then you could see things got a little bit crazy there because we both tucked into J-Man's toe. He pulled out and then he came out wider. I had to go out wider and it just got crazy. But yeah, it was kind of the plan to let him through. And then like when I kind of said to myself, yeah, you got to let him through. He's the quick guy. I kind of said to myself, yeah, second place is it. But as I said, I got a bit of luck at Vegas, which is always nice. And he had a little bit of a fishtail, and then I got pushed over the line to get the W. So I'll give an assist to J-Man for that too. Like I'll have to post it as well. What happened? So
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Lobster was starting last.
yeah, I knew he was in last.
He
had to
wrecked the
deny
race.
him that last to first.
Congratulations, bro.
Cheers, man.
Well, there you have it. The Red Bull has taken the top step of Vegas. So that will do us in the comms box tonight. I was your host, Dynasty Sparrow, and I was with Vettel tonight. And as I always like to say, ciao.